Hi, everybody. I'm Barbara. I'm a compulsive overeater, bulimic. I weigh and measure 3 meals a day. I write it down, turn it over to a sponsor, and I don't eat no matter what. Absence is absolutely the most important thing. It's the food, the food, the food. It starts with the food and it ends with the food, and that's it. Hand to mouth disease. What do I want to say? This program works when you're ready to do it. And when you're ready to do it, whether it's from utter pain, for me, it was utter pain that something very deep inside psychologically happened to me. One day I was eating and dying. I had my head in a toilet. I had 20 years of hardcore bulimia, never told anybody. I'm also an alcoholic and drug addict, but this is a food program. Even though I came in the other rooms, this is my first disease. I didn't pick up the drug or the drink at 5. I picked up the food. I got stunted. And then I had a life obsession with being addicted to food, thinking something was wrong with me, fear like I never knew because the food covered, disassociation like I never knew. I'm learning now at 66. What does that have to do with food? Everything. Because my drugs, my food saved my life. And Gray Sheet is the answer. And this program is amazing. And when you find your truth, it has not been easy for me to find my truth because my truth has been hidden by a false self. And my false self was a lot of protectors and lying and hiding because I didn't know that I was so petrified and I didn't know that the food was soothing me. And, being in the 12 steps for many years, I did not come with a God. I had a hard time with the 12 steps, being honest, but I was a people pleaser and I pretended and I wanted to be like everybody else. I didn't know what I didn't know until I knew it. And so you too can be abstinent, whether you believe in God, whether you believe a dog in the back seat, whether you believe in a higher power, inner power, whatever. For me, I didn't come in with God. I was very, very sick. I didn't grow up with a religious God. I am only learning that it's about the inner truth. And for me, whatever that God has been you guys, my Gray Sheet community, a group of drunks, whatever gets you. I don't tell anybody how to do the steps or if they don't get on their knees and, and trust God. Gray Sheet is about getting better with the food. It's about putting the food down. What I got from Cambridge Gray Sheet was you're sick. We will help you with the food. You're not here to get good. You're here to get better. Get a sponsor and go to meetings and pick up the telephone. That was it. Had I gotten all the other stuff about, because I was in OA, God bless OA. I was Jewish, I was an atheist, I was in meetings where, the Lord's Prayer was if you don't do it this way, and like, it doesn't make a difference. I got Cambridge Gray Sheet where the focus was only on the food and look at the steps later. I came with a lot of shame. Shame is my underlying stuff. And I stuffed everything down with the food. I had no idea. I was angry. I was a people pleaser. I was obsessed early on. My background, 4 girls, middle, upper class, Jewish, liberal family, progressive, rageaholic mother. Everybody looked beautiful, look good, be smart, marry well, and that was it. I ate. In my family, there's heavy duty mental illness, meaning both of my mother's brothers committed suicide. My twin sister committed suicide, left two babies, and I have a very mentally ill older sister. And you know what? My story's no worse than we all have our stories. Some are a little better, but my story was do not tell the truth because if you tell the truth and they find out who you will be abandoned. So under all those layers and pounds and sugar, and I ate. That's my disease. I ate, I drank, I drugged. I drank and drugged. Cocaine was my drug of choice to keep me from eating. And in the end, my head was in a toilet from bulimia. I don't know about other people here. My underlying disease was protection. I couldn't get to my truth because I did not know how traumatized I was. But that's another program. This is a food program, and all you have to do is give it up. And when you give it up, you'll listen to a sponsor and you'll help another drunk. And that's what I do. We all get to do stuff differently in our recovery. I have friends who have been abstinent for 30 years, and they're terrible sponsors. And guess what? They don't sponsor. They're better on the computer. I hate the computer. I love pushing a button and talking on Zoom. But if you tell me to do business stuff, I'm like, I don't like that. I don't do it. But I will be a sponsor. I love sponsoring people. I will do things that work for me. I people pleased my whole life. And guess what? I was petrified. I couldn't do the work. I just wanted you to love me. So what does that have to do with Gray Sheet? Everything. You find your place. You find whatever a home group is. We are the home group. I am a sponsor. My food is between my sponsees and I. I come from, a Gray Sheet where I follow the Gray Sheet, and everybody will do things differently. Lines or no lines or whatever. It's between you and your sponsee and your sponsor. I'm so grateful. My sponsor's almost 40 years, Cambridge Gray Sheet. And guess what? Whatever school, old school, new school, it's about putting the food down and getting better. And we all get better differently. I love, love, love my food. I love to cook. Cooking for me, well, what's my dream? I want to open up a Cambridge restaurant, Gray Sheet restaurant for anybody, because everybody would love to weigh and measure their food. Built-in scales in the table, like the whole thing. I'll cook everything and I'll have somebody run it for me. Like, I love cooking. Sorry. I love Netflix. I'm 66. I I I I look forward to every meal. And in between that, you guys are my people. Why do I know this is for me, the spirituality? It takes 5 seconds for a foodie to understand another foodie. Just like Bill Wilson said, takes one alcoholic, 6 seconds, not 16 years of therapy trying to explain what's wrong with me. And meanwhile, I'm never telling him I had an eating disorder. Whoa. It doesn't make a difference. I'm here to get better. I'm not here to I'm just in the middle. And why do I say that? Because everything is about my food. I live in my life today. I'm a grandmother. I just had a grandchild who was born sick. He's a preemie. I know how to get on a plane and go to DC and pack my food. I know how to be in a restaurant 3 meals a day. Why? I bring backup. I know what to ask the waiter. I know that most of the people who love me, I pick the restaurants. Why? Because Gray Sheet is easy peasy if you choose to. I cover my ass with backup. I live life. If I have to have a small meal, I'll do it. I love big meals. I love volume. I'm still volume eaters. The beauty of Gray Sheet, you want to eat light? eat light. You want to eat greasy, heavy, you want to gain a few pounds, you can gain a few pounds. You want to eat light on the gray sheet, playpen of food. It like blows me away. We all have different body sizes. And some people gain weight. They have screwed up metabolisms. There's an answer for everything. You want to be vegan? You can be vegan. You want to be a carnivore? You can be. It's amazing. You want to eat and have sweet bakery stuff that you can do that. It doesn't make a difference. You talk to your sponsor. You follow directions. And so that's happening. The other thing is, after 26 years, I said to my husband, I'm done. I'm not living in Cape Cod anymore. I'm moving back. I want to be in my Gray Sheet Watertown community. I want to be near my kids and my family. I'm a grandmother. I'm done. I don't want to own a house anymore. I am done. I want simplicity. And he's 80 years old. I'm like, what do we do 3 times a day? We weigh and measure our food. I can do a little bit every day because I may have to be out of my house in 90 days. I move quickly. That's with me with stuff. And you want to know something? I'm scared shitless. Oh, I'm scared. And you want to know something? That's okay. I'm scared of change. Most people are scared of change, but I can breathe and weigh a meal. And guess what? I can ask for help. I'm not stupid if I ask for help.
That's 12, Barbara.
Thanks. So I'm coming from a lot of hardcore of the scariest thing for me. And I'm saying this only because of, oh, by the way, May 14th, I will be abstinent 10 years back. Back. I say back because I went out for 1 year. After 12 and a half years of being abstinent on the gray sheet, I picked up a drug. I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict. And I picked up a drug and I told nobody. And I picked up a drink and I told nobody. And what did I do? I went into lying because lying has been my first drug, which has been my false self. Because anybody who's traumatized creates a false self and then lies because it's protection. I wasn't bad. I was protecting myself. But because I was a people pleaser, I couldn't tell anybody in my other program. But I was Miss Gray Sheet because I was so clean with the food, but we don't drink on the gray sheet. Hello? And one day, that day came where I could not fess up and I could not tell the truth. And I left all my 12-step programs. Fear of other people's opinion, fear of not looking good, fear, fear, fear. And my children, my husband had never seen me wasted. I was back into drinking, drugging. I had my own business. I was doing ecstasy, worst drug. I was back into binging and purging my guts out, trying to look good in my 50s because I was so sick. And it was only by the grace of calling a gray sheeter, wasted out of my mind on gallons of frozen stuff, put in the microwave to pour in booze and eating and calling a gray sheeter, drunk out of my mind, going, yeah. And she said, why don't you call me the next day? I woke up. I was abstinent, sober, and clean. And that was because something deep inside said, you are done. So for today, thanks, Stacy. So I'm saying to anybody who carries shame or whatever, this is a disease that creates a lot of stuff. Who I am today, I'm slowly meeting myself for the first time. I'm dating myself, meaning I don't know who I am. I know parts of myself. And you know what? I'm just another gray sheeter, no better, no worse, garden variety. I love this program. And for the people that keep this message going, God bless you.